Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to travel week. This has been a little bit of a surprise holding up for the last 2 weeks now. We came up with the idea probably about a month and a half ago to get out of Pennsylvania and travel somewhere new. So I'm not going to let you guys in yet on where we're going. You're going to have to see at the end of the week. But it's Sunday. We made it to the week. We're going to shoot our guns here, make sure they're all dialed up, and then we'll be leaving Friday morning. They told me I look like a guy. Do I look close enough to a guy?
It's a loser.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so it is Friday morning and we have our car all packed up and it's a disaster. We got coolers everywhere, we got the back loaded up. We got 4 people's worth of gear in this car. But by the title, you guys found out we're heading up to New York. We rented up a little cabin up in New York and we got 4 guys going up. Me, Peyton, Cooper, and Cody are all headed up there. So we're filling up with gas now. We got 4 hours, dead up 81, and we should be at our place. We're gonna stop at Walmart and get our licenses, but then I think we're good to go. So we're fired up. What are you thinking, Cody?
They took forever on my food, so they gave me a little extra, so I'm pretty happy.
Alright, hey, we'll see you guys on the road. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we just made it under an hour on our road trip, so that means we're about 3 hours in. So far, it's been a nice ride. Luckily, haven't hit any traffic. So we are going to stop up at a Walmart on our way, get our licenses situated and squared away, and then we're going to hop up to our cabin, which after Walmart's like a half hour. But then we're going to get a little scout tonight, and then hopefully have a big buck on the ground tomorrow morning. Alright, so we just made it up here to our Walmart. What do we got? About a half hour left? About a half hour left. We're going to go in here and get our licenses and get all that stuff squared away and then head up onto the cabin.
Just got our licenses from Walmart. We're ready to head to the cabin now. $100 even. You know, pretty cheap for an out-of-state license. So we're going to head over to the cabin and hopefully we have some luck.
We just made it up to the cabin here in New York. It's pretty nice, actually. We're shocked for what we paid for the little Airbnb. Now the heat's a little bit of a situation. We got a space heater going right now. It's 39 degrees in here, so it's pretty chilly. Oh, we just hit 40 degrees. We'll give you a little tour then. But it's a nice little place for what we paid. We got state game lines all around us.
Literally,
so
we could walk across the street and we could hunt anything over there.
Yeah, so we just got up here, we unpacked. We're gonna get back in the car now and drive around some back roads and stuff, try to find some deer to go on tomorrow morning. We don't really have a plan other than hunt. So, you got any plans?
Couch.
Coop.
Stay warm.
Uncle P.
Hopefully get this heat going.
Yeah, so we're gonna figure out this heat here, plan dinner up, and then we'll see you guys scouting.
No, they can't.
What if they open it though? They might. Good morning, guys. It is the 22nd. We had a good night scout last night, found some good deer sign along the roads. We didn't venture off at all because there was some cars out, so we didn't want to mess anybody up. But we had a fun night here, ate some good food, and now we're headed out for our first morning. We're not really sure what we're getting ourselves into yet. I think we're gonna get up here until about first light, and then, you know, kind of scout it out, walk around a little bit, hopefully. But other than that, we have no plans. Just shoot a deer. Our plans are anything with antlers. So spikes to 190s. But we're gonna hop out there now. We'll take you guys along. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have done a lot of e-scouting for this piece of property, and I was coming up to one of my pins and found what I thought might be a little bit of a better spot. We got a nice flat out here. I ended up finding a road to come in on, and there was a scrape or two on the road, so I think we're set up and looking pretty good for today at least. I have no idea how these deer are gonna move. Cooper's about 300 yards down to my left, and Peyton and Cody are on the opposite side of the road. So they're probably about a half mile or a mile from us. They went the straight opposite direction on some of Peyton's pins. But we're out here, we're hunting, and we couldn't be more excited. So we're gonna sit for this morning and hopefully have a deer on the ground. Alright, so we just got into our spot here. It kind of was like a look around and try and find a good spot to sit. We found a really, really good spot. We're right here where you can see right down over into one of these big swamps. And then we can still see up on top of the flat where we walked in and out this side here. So we're hoping one comes in here, but I'm feeling pretty confident. Alright guys, so it's about 8:30 now. We've been out here sitting for 2 hours. At 7:45 I decided to get up from where I was sitting and kind of move over to another pin that I had set because we weren't sure what this was going to look like. So I figured, a little bit later in the morning I could walk. Since we have the guns with us, it's a lot easier. If we do end up bumping one walking, there's a good chance that we can still get a shot at it. So I moved over a little bit. I found this really, really nice valley and open that I'm sitting on the top of right now. I know Cooper's getting a little cold, so he's getting up and he's gonna make a big loop and try to drive some deer to me. But Peyton and Cody, not seeing anything. None of us saw a deer yet. So he's gonna put a little drive on, and then we're gonna walk down to another pin that I have. So hopefully we can find something good for this evening or tomorrow morning. But that's pretty much that. We're having fun though. It's chilly. So we're out of state in northern New York, baby. So let's do it. So, I've been sitting here maybe 3 hours now. It's 9:30. No deer. There's a lot of tracks in here, so we gotta be here somewhere. But we did see 2 otters out in the ice, which was pretty cool. It's something you don't see in PA. So we're gonna go for a little walk here and see if we can find the deer. Alright guys, so we just hopped out, grabbed lunch. It's just around noon now, and we had about a 20-minute ride from where we hunted to grab our lunch. We got some gas station pizza, which was actually fire. But we found some new public that we're going to try to get on. We found tracks this morning. A lot of it seemed old in the snow, but now we found a lot of nice standing timber. There's some pole lines running around it. So just for this evening, we're going to take a nice hike, maybe a mile. We have no idea yet, but we're going to try to get a good look and get some boots on the ground on a new piece here up in northern New York.
So we're about to get some new boots on the ground up in northern New York.
We're either going to do the same or better than earlier stuff. Can't do worse. So we just found a pretty nice spot here. We're all going to go kind of different directions. Each of us have a pretty good shot at seeing something in our spots the way it looks. So hopefully we're going to see some deer.
Alright, so we found a really nice spot here. You can kind of see we're up on this little knuckle almost, and you can see down into this big valley. It's almost like a bowl, which is, I'm hoping it's like a funnel for the deer. And then back where we came in, kind of, you can see down into this creek. And it's like a funnel coming down through there too. So I have high hopes for this. I think this is going to be a good spot. Alright guys, so I just hiked back about a mile onto this new public piece. Peyton, Cody, and Cooper actually all stayed more towards the road. I think I came about another half mile back off the road. And I'm glad I did. I found a really big scrape right in front of me. And then I found rubs scattered throughout. And these are the first rubs and scrapes I've seen up here. So I think I got myself into a pretty good setup for tonight. We came all the way out here. We have the OG Ridge Talker from Northern Mountain Game Calls. I made this one when I was about 10 years old. But I think we have a really neat looking setup for tonight. It's looking over some clear cut that was probably cut 5 or 6 years ago, has some undergrowth coming, and there's trails, rubs, scrapes everywhere. So I think we're in for a good evening.
Zero deer yet. Telling bait absolutely nothing yet. We've seen a squirrel. We do two squirrels. That's it so far. So Hunter's phone's about to die. Hunter's phone's about to die, and Cooper's about a mile away. Hunter's about a mile away, and Cooper's phone is already dead. It's gone. So wish us luck. Update number 2. Still no deer. Hunter gave us a text, said he had a deer. Grunt back at him, but haven't heard a shot. So we think he's lying. And Cooper, he's probably sleeping right now. Definitely asleep. So we got about a little under 2 hours left. We'll keep you posted. What's up? We got Cooper. Didn't see a thing. He fell asleep. I didn't see a single thing. He fell asleep earlier though. I did fall asleep at 1:30. Woke up at 2:30. Went for a walk. Saw absolutely nothing. This place sucks. Then we got bait over here.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to come up with a better game plan for tomorrow because this was not it.
I think we should drive tomorrow, all 4 of us. We sit one and all the rest of us drive because it sucks. We're going to get Hunter. He's like a mile and a half. The Raj is a mile away. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know, he thought he heard a buck grunt, like I think I told you guys that earlier, but apparently it was just a guy, because the guy walked through about 10 minutes later, so.
This Raj is an idiot.
Alright, we're gonna get on it.
Tell him what we're doing here, Pate.
Well, we're sitting here waiting for Hunter. He told us to wait at this little underpass on this old railroad here. And we were just in the middle of nowhere. Like, the closest town is like 20 miles away.
Yeah.
So we were just in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. And he tells us to wait in the dark at this, like, little overpass that it's kind of creepy, to be honest.
So yesterday, nothing. Really didn't even see a deer. So we're getting ready here to head out for our second day, and we're just gonna go do some drives. I think it's just the best thing we can do to try and see some deer.
Oh no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just made it to the spot. We sat in the car for about 25 minutes, waiting for it to get light enough out. We're not having much luck, and since we only have 2 days, today we're just gonna drive. We found a different property with a lot of thick stuff on it that we think the deer are bedding in. So we're just gonna send 2 guys running, 2 guys posting, and hopefully jump a deer out. If we even see deer, if we get a shot at a buck, even if we shoot 1 buck, you know, that'd be awesome. That's kind of our goal at this point. Our hopes have went down tremendously. So we're loading up here and we're gonna start walking in now.
Serious situation.
Yeah.
Hunter's been very rude to us this hunting trip.
Yeah. We just try to drive that mountain. He said no.
No.
Said no.
No?
He wants to sit and let us drive.
He doesn't want us to shoot a big buck.
Yeah.
Because we would.
There's so many deer around here that it's actually insane.
There's one right there.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot it right now.
Not gonna show you guys though, because
Yeah.
why would I do that?
Yeah.
It's private.
Yeah.
Private information. Yeah, but other than that, Hunter is mean. Right?
Yeah.
Big buck. I'm not gonna show you guys though.
All right, guys, so I believe that is the end of our New York trip. We drove 3 different posts and stuff this morning. The snow just picked up really, really heavily, which it looks awesome up here. But I think these deer are going to bed down with this snow and rain that's coming. We didn't see a deer, so I don't
Maybe
I don't
last
know.
night. Possibly last
Possibly
night.
one,
Or
yeah.
last light, so
But there wasn't much. It was underwhelming to say the least. I think we're a little late up in the year here in the North Zone. There goes a squirrel too. We could.
still a good trip. In
Yeah,
terms of the cabin was nice and just hanging out there like
Yeah.
a deer camp.
it was a lot of fun. We've never experienced anything like deer camp. But that'll conclude the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll catch you